Hi guys, my name is Alicia Kaur, and in this video I'm going to go through the 10 reasons why you may be gaining weight. Over the last several decades, humans are gaining more weight than ever before. With obesity at an all-time high, along with obesity comes diseases like IBS, diabetes, heart disease, and an array of mental illnesses, cancers, and other diseases. Humans are confused by all the diet fads and information, injured because of excessive exercise, suffering from gut issues because of poor diet information or medications, and some people are literally cutting themselves open, getting surgeries to control their weight problems. This is madness. I am going to go through 10 of the most likely reasons any human gains weight and the solutions to these issues. And I promise you, with dedication, you too can be the best version of yourself and lose those excess pounds, as well as those nasty habits and behaviors that no longer serve you or the planet. So let's jump in. Number 1, not drinking enough water. Water makes upwards of 60% of our bodies, carrying nutrients and oxygen to the cells, flushing bad bacteria, preventing constipation, protecting organs and tissues, as well as an array of other benefits. We should be having at least 2 liters of water every single day. And another way I like to work out how much water we need is 1 liter per 25 kilos of body weight. And we require even more if we do any exercise. Sometimes people mistake thirst for hunger and they eat more, but really they just need to drink more water. Sometimes if you have a glass of water, the hunger cues will go away. And no, coffee, tea, and sodas are not hydrating. They are dehydrating. So 1 glass of coffee needs 2 glasses of water to replace the damage. If you don't get enough water, common side effects occur like your pee smelling, hard stools and constipation, along with abdominal pain and cramps, which causes fatigue. Also, acne can show up on your face and form dry, ashy skin, which means aging faster. These are all minor side effects of being dehydrated, but the long-term side effects are obesity, cancer, and disease. I personally drink 3 to 4 liters of water a day, depending on exercise and what I eat. It could be a bit more or a bit less. I find it best to drink a lot of water at once, rather than sipping. Sipping water doesn't help me flush my body. So I like to put at least 500 mils to 1 liter in at one time. I usually tell people to scull water, but not in one breath. Just drink it as fast as possible. Room temperature is perfect, but if you like cold, you can drink cold. And if you like warm water, you can drink that too. But just make sure that you're getting the right amount for your body. That is what is most important. So let's jump into the next one. Number 2, over snacking. Unless you're snacking on fruits, vegetables, or nuts, most of the snacks people are consuming are filled with processed sugar and preservatives, not to mention other nasty ingredients. A lot of the snacks we tend to consume are full of nutrient deficient calories that take a huge load on our daily caloric needs and end up getting stored in our system, wreaking havoc on our organs. So if you have had water and after 5 minutes you're still hungry, snack on a handful of raw or roasted nuts, as long as they haven't been cooked in any oils and aren't doused with cheap table salt. Or have a piece of fruit. I always suggest to people to put water in first, then fruit, and then go for some other foods that may be cooked or processed. People are not eating fruit anymore because they are scared of sugar, and fruit is not the same as refined sugar. I personally eat at least 4 bananas nearly every single day. It helps energize my system, as well as give it an array of vitamins, minerals, and phytonutrients so I can thrive. Avoiding snacks isn't just good for you, but it's good for the world. Snack foods usually come in plastic or packaging, with some of these materials being highly toxic, and they leak petrochemicals into the foods, which change the hormone balance in our bodies, not to mention the effects it has on the environment. If you care about the environment, stop buying from the businesses who continuously contribute to the disastrous climate change issues we are facing. There is a serious problem with humans thinking food in packages is more healthy than food that comes from nature. Plastic takes hundreds of years to break down and leaves chemicals in the atmosphere, whereas a banana peel, for example, is biodegradable and puts nutrients back into the soil to help future plant growth. You are also not going to die from starvation if you skip a snack. If anything, it will help your body break down any fat and toxicity inside your system. Number 3, starving for nutrients. Most humans out there are shopping and buying food in packages and plastic, not having any idea what's in these foods, let alone the repercussions they cause. Heavy processed food often includes unhealthy levels of added sugar, sodium, and fat, not to mention the over 5,000 substances that get added to our food. These are preservatives, additives, stabilizers, acidity regulators, basically any number or name you don't understand. These are all chemicals, and most of them have not been tested on animals, let alone humans. So we are the scientific experiment. These change the color, texture, flavor, and odor of the food, as well as make the food taste better, look better, and make you more addicted to it. I actually don't refer to these as food. I refer to them as food-like products because these ingredients can lead to serious health issues like obesity, heart disease, high blood pressure, and diabetes, as well as an array of other physical and mental illnesses and diseases, including cancer. These food-like products lack in nutritional value, which makes it easier to pack on the pounds. Consuming too much packaged food, fast food, and other processed foods can harm your gut microbiome. And people who have a diet high in processed and animal-derived fatty foods develop greater levels of destructive bacteria. Unhealthy bacteria increases your risk for inflammation, bowel disease, irritable bowel syndrome, diabetes, cancer, depression, and is now linked to dementia. Because processed food is nutrient deficient and causes the body to suffer, this is why people overeat, because they are starving for nutrients but filling up with the wrong foods. Bringing us to the next number, 4, overeating. Overeating, especially unhealthy nutrient deficient food, can take a toll on your digestive system. If you overeat frequently and consume more calories than you burn, may cause you to become overweight and obese. This increases your risk for cancer and other chronic health problems. Overeating can impact your sleep and make you feel lethargic and even cause depression. Most of the time, we are overeating because we are depriving our bodies of nutrient-rich food and not drinking enough water. Bringing us to the next section, number 5, not eating enough whole foods. Whole foods are foods that come from nature. These are fruits, vegetables, root vegetables, leafy greens, legumes, grains, nuts, seeds, herbs, and spices. They provide a lot of fiber and are full of nutrients, phytonutrients, vitamins, and minerals that help keep us full and decrease the need to snack, as well as help eliminate toxins and fat from our systems. The human species has been eating whole foods for at least 200,000 years. And if you put healthy things in, you get healthy outcomes like energy, weight loss, and an array of happy hormones to brighten your day. Trust me, I know this because I've been doing this for at least the last 10 years. Let's move on to the next number, number 6, eating too much takeout food. This section really upsets me because most people have stopped making their own food. And if you're one to buy food from outside, this could be a huge disadvantage to your health. A lot of restaurants are trying to make their food as tasty as possible so you come back for more. This means they can add processed sugar and processed salts, MSG, vegetable oils, and other ingredients to the food that can easily make you gain weight. There is usually no nutritional label or ingredients list, so you can easily overeat, as well as a lot of the food being nutrient deficient, lacking the essential nutrients we need. There is nothing better than eating at home and knowing what's in your food. If you're someone to constantly eat from cheaper fast food restaurants like McDonald's, for example, you could be putting yourself at serious risk of heart disease, diabetes, and other illnesses. Obviously, another big reason not to eat from outside is because some of these food chains are contributing to some of the most corrupt industries in the world. These big corporations are associated with climate change due to the overuse of Earth's resources. They waste water, use excessive amounts of pesticides, herbicides, and pharmaceuticals. They mistreat animals and pay for scientific research with results to serve only them as a corporation. They use excessive amounts of plastic and unbiodegradable products, overuse transportation, manipulation of media, and so many more dangerous and destructive things. If you care about the world, take care of what you put on your fork. Because if everybody in the world stopped eating at these restaurants today, these companies would no longer be able to survive. And I know you think the food is really, really yummy, but that's because of all the preservatives and additives like sugar and MSG. And this will not help with your weight problems. Let's move into number 7, eating way too much meat. The problem today is that people are overeating meat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, whereas in our evolution as humans, we would only hunt meat and eat it on occasion. Due to the high consumption of meat no longer is as natural as it once used to be. No longer are animals free to eat off nature. They are being pumped with fortified grains, antibiotics, and other medications that help the animal fatten up as fast as possible. During the processing of the meat, there are fillers, colors, sulfates, and other chemicals added to the meat to make them last longer and look more desirable. And when you cook the meat, it doesn't necessarily kill these substances. They transfer to you. Studies have shown that diets that are high in meat-based protein are associated with weight gain, dehydration, kidney damage, calcium loss, constipation, heart disease, colorectal, breast and prostate cancer, and the list goes on. Excess protein consumed is usually stored as fat, while excess amino acids are excreted as waste. This can lead to weight gain over time, especially if you consume too many calories while trying to increase your protein intake. As corrupt as the takeout food industry is, the meat industry is also there at the top. The farming of meat is associated with climate change and the overuse of Earth's resources, water, land, deforestation, as well as overusing pesticides, herbicides, antibiotics, and contributing to things like influenza and animal-borne diseases. And the same goes for the dairy industry, which brings me to the next number 8, too much dairy. Humans are the only species that consume milk in adulthood, and they are also the only species to drink the milk of another species. Like meat, the way dairy is produced today is unnatural. The animals are pumped with hormones, chemicals, additives, and food that is unnatural to the way they are designed to eat. Milk and other dairy products are the top source of saturated fat in people's diet, contributing to heart disease, type 2 diabetes, Alzheimer's disease, increased risk of breast, ovarian, and prostate cancers. Nearly 3 out of 4 people worldwide are actually lactose intolerant and don't do anything about the side effects, causing them more issues in the long run. Some of the signs dairy is causing you issues is if you have excessive phlegm, acne, bloating, digestive issues, reflux, lethargy, and weight gain. Moving on to the next number 9, too much processed oil. Avoid using cheap oils when cooking your food. These are vegetable oils, pumice oil, canola oil, corn oil, and soy oil, just to name a few. The best oils to use are extra virgin olive oil or 100% organic coconut oil, but only in moderation. Trying to only use small amounts when cooking and not dousing your foods in oil, especially salad. Processed oils are found in processed foods, including snack foods, chips, crackers, dressings, sauces, spreads, cakes, bakery items, etc. So avoid packaged processed food. And avoid takeout food because it is most likely that they cook with cheap processed oils. Studies have associated a high intake of processed oils to have an increased risk of obesity, acne, heart disease, arthritis, and inflammatory bowel disease, which all results in potentially your risk of cancer. Which brings us to our last number 10, overstressing. Most of us become overeaters when we are feeling a lot of pressure. This happens thanks to your fight or flight response, aka your survival mode. Once your body reaches a certain stress level, it does what it feels it needs to do, and in most cases that means overeat. A natural stress hormone called cortisol is naturally produced by your body in the adrenal glands located in your kidneys, and cortisol is released when you're under stress. This sends your body into fight or flight mode, temporarily pausing regular body functions and slowing your metabolism so you can fight or run away. While this hormone is essential for survival, it can become harmful in excessive amounts, and it can also increase your appetite. Elevated cortisol levels can cause cravings for sweet, fatty, and salty foods and can cause potential problems like weight gain, fatigue, depression, high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, and reduce effectiveness of the immune system. Do all of these sound familiar? Some of the other reasons you could be gaining weight are medications and other medicines can cause weight gain. Some drugs stimulate your appetite and as a result you eat more. Not getting enough sleep, fresh air, sunshine, and time in nature can also affect your weight. Being disconnected from nature can affect your circadian rhythm, making your body gain weight easily. So, how to lose weight? Ensure that you are eating a diet high in whole foods. Even though your body may be craving a quick fix, aim to eat mostly whole food plant-based because although you may not crave these foods now, once you feed yourself nutrient-rich food, you will feel much more energized, have a clearer mindset, and you will achieve weight loss easily. Of course, making the decision to eat right isn't always easy, but it is so worth it. By monitoring your diet, the calories you consume will be turned into energy, not converted into fat and stored in the body. Drink water first thing in the morning and have a couple of glasses of water before every meal. Eat slowly and put your fork down in between bites. This mindful eating habit will slow you down and make it easier to realize when you're full. Plan your meals ahead of time. Keep a food journal to help you notice any positive or negative habits. Exercise, but this does not mean excessively running or interval training. Take it easy, especially if you're a beginner. You have to make sure you are putting good food into your system because food is fuel, and if not, you will injure yourself and not be able to sustain weight loss or your exercise. You will just injure yourself, so this does not work unless you change the way you eat. Try to avoid distractions when you eat, such as watching TV, using the computer or other electronic devices. Focus on the meal itself and it will allow you to be more aware when you're actually full. To reduce stress, practice relaxation techniques through mindfulness, meditation, yoga, or deep breathing. And when you're in a stressful situation, try taking a few deep breaths, as it has amazing results that can help bring production of hormones back to normal levels. So I hope this has helped you understand some ways in which you may be gaining weight, and I hope you can create new healthy habits for your weight loss journey. Remember, weight gain didn't just happen overnight, and it can take months, even years, to lose, especially if it took months and years to gain. If you're looking for a quick fix, nothing will help you long term. The most successful, healthiest humans adopt a healthy routine into their lives because deep down, we all know a healthy body takes time. It just needs assistance and love from you, as well as nourishment through good food, nutrition, nature, exercise, and stress relief. With dedication, you too can be the best version of yourself and lose those excess pounds, as well as those nasty habits and behaviors that no longer serve you or the planet. So make sure to like and share this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon.